I am Christopher Sabiti, founder and chief trainer at Subtech Online. If you want to learn Power BI in 2026, I want to show you something. This is Power BI with AI integration, beginner to job ready. It's an 8-week hands-on program that makes a beginner to job ready. That is a clarity. It's an 8-week hands-on program that takes you from your very first dashboard to complete analytics solutions. So you can show any employer, let me walk you through. Let's not waste time. Let us walk through and you understand exactly what it is. Don't scroll, keep on this video, and please pause whenever you want. You can always rewind. So looking at the landscape that has changed, here is the truth. Learning how to create a few charts is no longer enough. Power BI has evolved. To be job ready today, you need far more than visuals. You need the whole modern stack. Visual intelligence, Microsoft Fabric, Copilot, AI-assisted analytics, and advanced semantic models, visual calculations, and even natural language interactions with your business data. That is exactly why this program is here. So what you're going to get in the program is, first of all, Power BI in 2026 is a different tool, very different. Let's clear about what Power BI has become in 2026. It is a different tool. Today's analyst works across an entire modern stack, not just a chart canvas. Microsoft Fabric is a unified platform that now houses the whole of Power BI. Copilot brings in the AI into report building, and DAX, you can't leave out that. There is AI-assisted analytics, advanced semantic models, sitting at the right center of all what we are talking about. So visual calculations, you authorite inside the visual, then the natural language skips in for the interaction, where you simply ask a question of your data and the program prepares you for all what you need. So what we are going to look at is now the program overview. What comes with the whole of this? So here is the program. Power BI with AI integration, beginner to job ready. It's an 8-week practical learning journey. We go from understanding Power BI for the very first time, all the way to building a complete analytics solution for you. And this is what you need. And you can add this to your portfolio. 8 weeks, one real Capstone project from zero to job ready. And it is 100% hands-on. And what do we find in all this? For the 8 weeks roadmap, we have 8 weeks, each one building on the last. We start with foundation, then Power Query, then data modeling, then DAX. From there, we move into visualization, AI integration, automation, and finally, we end with a Capstone project. It's a clear, structured path from your first step in Power BI to the portfolio ready project. So let's go through each 1 week, one by one. I take you through what you're going to go through every week. So here we start with the Power BI Foundation. Week 1. We start right away at the beginning. You'll understand what Power BI actually is and how Power BI desktop works. We'll explore the ecosystem and the report interface, and you'll learn to connect Excel, CSV files, folders, and other business data wherever you save them. So most importantly here, you'll understand the thinking behind business intelligence. I don't want you to simply come, click buttons at the end of the week or at the end of week 1. You will have understood a complete analytics workflow and be ready to work with the real data set. So that what week 1 is gone. So obviously week 1 in practice of its workflow, you'll connect your raw data, transform it, clean it, you model it, then you visualize, and finally you publish. That is the Power BI analytics workflow. So after you have shared your data, that is how the raw business data becomes information a manager can actually use to make a decision. So I want you to understand the whole journey, not just one step and all is gone. So that is going to be the whole journey. So when we jump into week 2, week 2 comes with Power Query editor, Power Query call it, data cleaning. This is where the real data analyst work begins. That's where the data analyst hands gets dirty. So in the real world, your data really arrives ready, right? You'll have missing values, wrong data types, duplicates, different data formats, and even messy columns. So in this week, you'll learn to filter, replace values, split and merge, remove errors, and combine multiple files. And you also build transformations that repeat automatically. By the end of that week, you can take messy business data and turn into a clean, analysis-ready data. So, still on week 2, the messy you have cleaned. Here is what it takes. So it looks like, okay, on the left, you have a raw import, inconsistent dates, wrong casing, you see missing values. Then on the right, you have after Power Query. That's where you find that you have cleaned, consistent, and the analysis ready. And here is the best part. You build the process once because everything gets automated with applied steps, which you'll find there. And it refreshes every time new data arrives. You do this once. No more cleaning the same report by hand every single month. So you do this once, and that's what we call automation. So when we come to week 3, which comes with data modeling. Data modeling, this is one of the most important skills that separates a beginner from a professional developer. Why? You will learn the difference between fact tables, dimension tables. You'll build the relationships and you'll introduce the star schema. You'll understand cardinality, filter directions, and the semantic model, which has become obviously central to Fabric and AI. By the end of the week, we shall be flopping into week 3, that is mostly practice, the star schema. Obviously, what is the star schema? One of the fact table in the center. So one of the fact table in the center, then surrounded by dimension tables, date, product, customer, store, and all that. So the goal isn't just to make tables connect and look clean. It is to create a model that is accurate, understandable, scalable, and ready for analytics. And obviously ready to be used with AI automations. So get this right, and everything else becomes much easier. So when we flip from that, we go to our week 4. That is DAX and analytics. So now here we get into the analytics engine of Power BI. That's the engine of Power BI. You learn measures, calculated columns, and when to use each of them. We will also build real business KPIs, revenue, profits, margin, month on month, month to date, year to date, name them, a lot of them. But we won't just memorize the formulas. You will understand the filter context, the calculate, time intelligence, because that's what makes DAX truly powerful. It's the engine. So the practical bit of it, that is measures and KPIs, here is the kind of thing you'll build. KPI cards for revenue, profits, margin, and measures like year on year, year over year, growth calculations. So you notice the concept on the right is filter context and calculate time intelligence, and even the newer visuals calculations that have been released of late. So by the end of that week 4, you can turn your data model into a meaningful business metrics and KPIs. Then when week 4 is gone, we enter into week 5, that is visualization and dashboard design. And having the correct numbers is half of the job. The next challenge is communicating the numbers. You learn how to choose the right visuals for questions, answering your answers, cards, charts, maps, slicers, tooltips, drill through, and a lot, bookmarks. So we'll cover a layout visual, hierarchies, data stories. So the goal here isn't to fill the screen with charts. It's also to build a report where someone can quickly see what happened and why it happened and where should we focus next. That is where you give the audience to make a decision, and that's where we say a data-driven decision has been made. So obviously, week 5 in practice, that is the dashboard. We build a beautiful dashboard like that. This is where it comes now together on screen. So a clean interactive executive dashboard, KPIs across the top. Then you have revenue by category, a trend line against the last year. All these contribution by region and target attainments and all that. So everything filters together and everything tells a story. So this is the modern Power BI experience built with the right data and in the right way. So that will be taking us to week 6, where we are going to look at AI integration and productivity. AI comes in here. So this is where the course becomes genuinely different. We are going to combine Power BI with AI. You will learn practical ways to use Copilot, ChatGPT across all the workflows to understand the data, brainstorm KPIs, explain and troubleshoot DAX, and the speed is immense. So the speed and analysis should use in this era of AI should be different. So we'll explore Copilot for Power BI, then the natural language questions. But here is the key lesson. You'll learn to prompt, validate, and verify. And also, we always talk about data privacy, data governance. That's where I will tell you what it means. You don't need to go for another course for data privacy and governance. This is the week 6. So the analyst of the future isn't competing against AI. They understand both data and AI, and they know when each of them is meant to be used. So AI integration and productivity. Here is the idea. You ask a question in plain language, like which region grew fastest last quarter, and AI helps you answer it, and even generates the DAX for you, but looks at the line at the bottom. Always prompt, validate, verify. Before you trust it, then obviously there has to be a human judgment. So we use AI to move faster, not to switch off our thinking. So you have to remain with the human judgment. So when we flip into week 7, where we are going to have automation and collaboration. So this is where a professional Power BI report shouldn't live on your laptop forever. So here we move from Power BI desktop into Power BI service. You'll learn to publish your reports and semantic models. You'll cover workspaces, permissions, and even sharing how data refresh keeps your report up to date. You will explore Power Automate, so your analytics can trigger a real business action. That if maybe our revenue goes to 2 million, then send all the shareholders an alert, or pass a decision, or change this, change the price. That is what means with automating and collaborations. So obviously this one comes with row level security, who accesses what. Obviously the goal here is to move from building reports to running analytic solutions inside an organization. So when we move to the practical bit of it, that is where we shall publish the Power BI desktop. You publish it to Power BI service, then you collaborate through the workspaces and sharing, and also you can connect to Power Automate to trigger a workflow or notifications that when something important happens in your data, then a certain schedule has to take on. So when we come to the practical bit of week 7, we are going to look at how you publish your report. You publish your report to Power BI service. You collaborate through workspaces and sharing, and you also connect this to Power Automate, where you can trigger a workflow or a notification that when something important happens in your data, then we shall do schedule refreshes, that every after an hour your data should pick new data from wherever source it is without your notice or without your manual interference. The report will always do its own automation. That's alerts, the row level security, who accesses what, and all working together. So this will be taking us to our week 8, where we shall have, finally, that's where everything comes together. We shall receive a real business scenario and work through and complete analytics together. So the analytics life cycle, you'll understand the problem, import the data, clean it, model it, build your DAX and KPIs, design the dashboard, generate insights, publish it, and present your findings. So this becomes more than a classroom exercise. It becomes a portfolio project that proves what you can actually do. So in week 8 still, that's where we shall, obviously the question is, and this is what we always ask ourselves, what next then? So you don't walk away, but it becomes the end of the start, that a complete end-to-end analytics solution that you will build yourself. So when you are applying for any data analytics job or a business intelligence role, you can say, here is the problem I was given, and this is how I analyzed the data. Here is the dashboard, and I build this. So, or if you're already working in that space, then you can connect all the knowledge to now the data you're using on a daily, build a dashboard for the business you're working for. So what you have to expect from this 8-week session is, this is not a course where you should simply come watch videos, watch me use Power BI. You'll practice, you'll work with the real data sets, you'll complete assignments, you'll build reports, and you'll solve problems throughout the program. So we progressively build the skills you need to work independently. And who is fit for this program? whatever your starting point is, this gives you a structured roadmap. Maybe you're a complete beginner, maybe brand new to Power BI, maybe you're an Excel user, maybe ready to move into a professional BI, maybe you're switching careers into data analytics, or maybe you're working with professionals who want to make better use of your organization's data. If that sounds like you, the program was built for you, right? So let's talk about what you walk away with. First, you walk away with a portfolio ready project, a complete one, published solution. You can show employees that this is what I worked on. Second, job ready Power BI skills, Power Query, modeling, DAX, dashboards, services, how you run and manage services. Third, there is an AI augmented workflow. So you learn how to use Copilot and other AI chatbots right with data, as also you use it for validations. And fourth, a clear career path that is with foundations aligned to real data analyst and BI roles. So 8 weeks and you come out ready. So in my view, this is all what you can do, and in 8 weeks you'll notice the change. So here is my invitation to you. Let's turn data into decisions, and let's get you from beginner level to job ready. If you are ready to stop simply watching Power BI tutorials and start actually building the Power BI, join us at Subtech Online. Head to subtechonline.com and enroll. I will see you in week 1. Bye bye.